was right. So I know how to shoot, I know how to fight. I tell you once, don't tell you twice. And I'm real discreet, like a thief in the night. Yeah. If I call you girl, I know how to skate, I know how to shoot, I know how to fight.
YouTube, what's the big old deal, man? It's y'all favorite hood partner, Big Nina Boy, and we back cracking. Shout out to everybody up early in the morning, man, pulling up to the Nina Boy show. First of all, let me just say thank y'all for pulling up. Y'all could have been anywhere else on this early morning, and y'all over here thugging with Nina Boy, man. So I want to say I appreciate y'all. But let's get to it though, right? Catch this game, man. At the end of the day go in, homie. Make sure I'm clear. At the end of the day gotta end, man. You understand me? The most important thing you do with your life is choosing who you keep around you. That's one of the most important things you can possibly do on this blacktop, man, because you gotta realize something, homie. On your way up and people watching your success, it's gonna show you who really rock with you and who don't. I don't care how you cut that, man, because at the end of the day, man, you know the day go in. It's 24 hours in a day. And on your way up, people watching you pass them by. It offends people when you pass people by, man, because they look at you right there with them. And they feel like, you ain't better than me. You ain't no different than me. Why are you getting blessed and I'm not blessed? And because people can't come with the answer, man, they come up with their own, which turn into jealousy, envy, and then they end up creating hate. On your way up, man, you're gonna leave some people behind. Let me tell you why people get mad. You gotta leave some on your way up. You going like you ain't stopping, you ain't procrastinating. There's people you came up with, and they just don't got your drive. You know what I'm saying? You can't afford to stand on somebody's counter 13, 14 hours with nothing coming in them pockets. You only as good as what you got in your pockets, man. We living in a society where women tell you right now you can't even be in a relationship if you don't got no money. Oh, if you don't have no money, you shouldn't be dating. You should be trying to get some money so you can pay for some honey. And they just flamboyantly exposing that to the world now, and a lot of niggas ain't getting it. All right? It's some toxic people in the world. You know what I'm saying? See, darkness is attracted to the light. You understand what I'm saying? Darkness is attracted to the light. I gotta understand something, man. Even your shadow leave you in the dark. You see what I'm saying? And even your shadow follow you when the sun come out. You only got one life, gang. Ain't nobody coming to save you. The most important decision you got to make every day you wake up is who you allow to be in your presence. You know what I'm saying? When you're a chosen one, you start to lose a lot of friends. You start to lose a lot of homies. Yeah, nigga, sometimes you even lose a relationship with your parents. You know what I'm saying? This generational curse that everybody use. Oh, my mama raised me. Listen, there's no more excuses on why you are because your mama raised you a certain way. Sometimes you got to unlearn and relearn. You know, the old you got to die so the new you can survive. You see what I'm saying? You can't play the same game on a different level. You can't always play the same game. You got to elevate. And in order to elevate, you got to separate. We're going to leave it right there, man. So today, man, we got that boy, young Ant Hefe, man. Hey, you up? I'm one of them dudes like this, man. It's enough room on here to you know, to see everybody win. You know what I'm saying? It's time for everybody to start putting their feelings to the side and calling stuff for what it really is. They got Aunt Hefe, politicking about Wack 100 being CS2 back. I haven't seen this content yet. We're gonna watch it together. I want to see young Aunt Hefe win. You know what I'm saying? I got a chance to really watch some of his content. I don't think everybody got to talk to each other to want to see each other win. You know what I'm saying? I think he got some good content, some good insight. So I'm going to just start it off with that. Keep doing what you're doing, young Aunt Hefe. It's some real ones out here watching. You know what I'm saying? I don't think everybody got to, verbally express it. But when I see some shit, I see it, I'm going to express it, man. I think you got some good content. And let's see what's going on, man. We got that boy Scanless, Los Angeles. Dropping some content about young Aunt Hefe. Let's get to it, y'all. Y'all already know over here at the Nina Boy Show, we don't hold hands and kick hands. If I say anything that offends somebody, just know it's just opinionated. It's nothing personal. And yeah, man, we gonna get to it. Top of the morning 9. You know what I'm saying? I think this is it right here. So let's go, gang. All right, and we got action. Let go.
Got the chance to question Porky directly about being CS2 back. And of course, what did Porky do? He lied, just like we knew he would. But let me say this. I'm actually glad Ant did this, because it gives us the opportunity to have a dialogue. And that's all we ever wanted. To talk about it. To lay the facts on the table so the people can see what's really going on. See, Porky is constantly trying to switch the narrative, deflect, and talk about anything other than the truth. But this CS2 back situation, it's not going anywhere.
Wack 100 in this CS2 back situation.
If you're here in Las Vegas, right now we have an offer going on where we can get you a brand new, super efficient.
Now, I've covered this before. We're going to cover this for the last time and be done with it. Now, allow me to tell you guys this. So, I went on No Jumper the other day, and I asked Wack 100, are you curious minds? Are you people that's street, that's gang, for you people that just acting like you're hopping out on that asphalt, handling business, for y'all that's acting like y'all spinning blocks, for y'all that's trolling, for the goofies, and for those that just hate altogether, you know what I'm saying? You need every type of person in this diverse world to make this universe and world what it is. So, for all you hungry minds, the question got asked live. Wack 100, what's up? These people keep hollering at me, getting at me about the CS2 back situation. So, Wack, basically, people are pointing out that he diverted the question and started talking about Freeway Rick Ross. Now, me and him a day prior was talking about Freeway Rick Ross because I called him out on the Freeway Ross situation. Like, man, we know Freeway Rick Ross supposedly got down on the police. We don't call that snitching. But you saying there's some other paperwork and you speaking on it and you don't got it. So Wack 100 hit me with the paperwork. Like, nah, this the paperwork right here, because I was saying he shouldn't have spoke on it if he didn't have the work. So when I asked him about the CS2 back thing, he didn't answer the question. He went into the Rick Ross thing because we was talking about that. And my analogist, I wasn't thinking that he was diverting for the question. I thought that he was setting the Rick Ross situation up into answering the question that I asked him on the basis of, if I'm a snitch or a confidential informant, as everybody's saying, why would I put Freeway Rick Ross out there knowing people can go get some information about me. But being that we fell into the Freeway Rick Ross situation, and I know at times the mind can get lost, and I know minds can too, because I'm under the heavy late smoke and do smoke of Cookie Smoke.
You know, that part's actually important. It's good to know you and Porky had that conversation about Rick Ross beforehand. Now it makes sense why Porky even brought Rick Ross up in the first place. He was doing that to purposely throw you off. Porky doesn't smoke or drink at all. His mind is clear, and he's fully aware of what he's doing. He knew that by bringing up the same topic you and him had talked about the day before, you'd think he was using that to lead into answering your question. But then he backed off, on purpose. That's the game he plays.
So, being that we was talking along the lines of this Rick Ross thing for, a little time too long, I got back to the CS2 back situation. Whack 100, like, man, look, CS2 back is a low-level drug dealer that was worried about being exposed and family being hurt by the main streets or something that got to do with the main streets. We're going to hear everything here. Long story short, he said he's not that person. So the media outlet that spun this content, I'm speaking to them directly because I guess, they were speaking to me directly and saying that, yeah, now you see it, you saw this, so now you got it. Yeah, I just seen it right now for today. I didn't see it before then or however many days it's been out. He shouted me out for asking Wack the question, but in that same nuisance, in his message column, he was liking the questions as well that was aimed at me from people saying I'm compromised.
Look, I'm going to stand on that, and I'm going to continue to give you your props for what you did on No Jumper. Look at Lieutenant Officer Love's Boys. It's been years, and he still hasn't read the CS2 back paperwork on his channel. Instead, he's lied about it. He said Greg Kading was the lead investigator on the case, just flat-out lies to protect Porky. Meanwhile, Porky sits on Adam 22's platform, lying and putting murders on people, but will never read the CS2 back paperwork on the show. But you got up there and immediately asked him about it, and I thought that was admirable. I'm going to keep saluting you for that. Now, when it comes to my YouTube channel, all I have is a voice, literally. So because of that, I'm very intentional with every word I say. That's why, through all of this, I've never once said you were compromised. And I've never called you a rat. And I don't want you to be either, because I'm far from a hater. I'm actually a congratulator, and I'm also a fan of your channel. I'm not just saying that to say it either. Everybody loves Young Ant. That's why people are so thrown off right now. Because it seemed like you were conveniently not seeing what this guy has been doing all this time. But trust me, this ain't about hating on Porky Chops. This is much, much deeper than that. There is something very real happening right in front of you, Ant. We're going to get into more of that later. Oh yeah, just to clear up that part where you said I was liking comments, where people were calling you compromised. If you go look at my channel, you'll see I like all the comments. That's just something I do. Even when somebody's talking bad about me, I'll still hit the like. You got CS2 Badges' pet pedophile, Bacon Greasebeast, coming on my channel saying the wildest, dumbest stuff imaginable. And I still like his comments. So me liking something isn't some underhanded move. It's not shade. That's literally just how I engage on every video I post. Just wanted to make that clear.
Look, check this out. If you don't see my name on no paperwork, if you can't bring up no paperwork and prove that I'm a CS2 or a CSI, a CI, if you ain't seen me tell on nobody, all that is just talk y'all talking about. words is wind and fire with the wind and go one in and out the other, and the substance gets stuck here. You can't paint me out to be no type of rat, lover, associate, and or snitch, because I have never did it, sir.
Again, let me be real clear. I never said you were.
Let's talk about what is a rat lover. A rat lover is somebody who, to the internet, is somebody who laugh and joke and conversate. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking specifically for the internet. Rat lovers that's in the internet, social media space. It's somebody who you laugh and joke with, you talk to, knowing their situation, their circumstances, their condition of their integrity, and you still accept them on the internet laughing and joking. We ain't talking about the street code. This is the internet space, right? A rat lover for the internet is somebody who constantly talk and hang with them on the internet. You see what I'm saying? We ain't talking about the streets, because most of these dudes are not in the streets no more. So that's what rat lover is. My thing is this, right? So far, this content, I see what Scandalous Los Angeles saying. He's just clearing up some shit, saying, hey, you taking this the wrong way. And I think Ant is basically, making sure that it's established and it's acknowledged that he's not compromised. Compromise, I gotta say, that came from M. Deuce, that word. Now, a lot of people seen that it fit as far as in describing somebody's, integrity, they belief, and what they standing on when it comes to the code, the moral, the ethics of, this gangster shit, you know what I'm saying? And just this internet shit, right? So far, I don't think Ant is compromised. I don't think he's compromised. I think that Wack 100 offered him a deal that he probably couldn't refuse. Because Wack 100 is, when you are up and coming YouTuber, he's going to, you know what I'm saying? And if you speaking on him in a certain way, he's going to call you, reach out to you, see what the fuck going on. He need as much people who have big platforms to not voice their original opinion. You could be cool with Wack and still say how you see shit, and if it's not ruling in his favor, he will look at it as if you a threat or you an enemy. That ain't the case. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell you all the time, it's times I didn't talk to Wack, text Wack. I mean, I ain't never texted him, but I've talked to him a couple times. I still don't got no issue with him. But when the content come out and I see the shit that he on, the shit he do, I'm gonna call it for what it is, bro. I don't mean I got a problem with you because I'm saying, yeah, nigga, that's some sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean, nigga, we funky, nigga, because I'm like, shit, nigga, that paperwork, man, that Deuce put out, it's sketchy. It doesn't mean that. So at this point, man, I gotta listen further into it. So far, I ain't seen no sucker shit and did. So yeah, let's get to it.
You were compromised. I never said you were associated with a rat. I didn't say any of that. The only reason I even made a video was because you said the CS2 back situation wasn't true. But if CS2 back wasn't true, then that would mean everything we've been saying this whole time is a lie. And coming from someone as credible as you, that couldn't just go unchecked. Because when you say something, a lot of people are going to believe it. That's the weight your name carries. So it wasn't about attacking you. It was about making sure the truth didn't get buried.
Now we about to get into this content, and you already know it's the Hef way and the Hef effect. We gonna commentate.
I love this. We do need a vocal in there. Let's get to Audimi. We do need...
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposers. Finally, somebody put CS2 back on the spot, down at his place of employment over at No Jumper. The other day, he sat on the panel with Lush One and Ant Hefe. Shout out to Ant Hefe, because he finally did what none of these other podcasters seem to have the guts to do. He asked Porky directly about the whole CS2 back situation. And let me tell you, it's hilarious watching what happens after that. Because Porky does what he always does. Lies, deflects, and spins the conversation in another direction. This man is still out here lying with a straight face, even when the paperwork is public. So after you watch this, do yourself a favor. Go check that paperwork. Get familiar with it. That way, next time Porky tries to spin you with one of his classic stories, you can spin it right back on him and watch him fumble through a whole new lie. Let's get into it.
But now guess what happens? Soon as something start going on with Ant Hood and he the one getting the money, you know what the other side say? We got to knock Ant down, he the bag. Guess what that Damu gonna do? Hey, Ant, them niggas running your name because get low. Up your security. He don't want nothing to happen to Ant. He making money with that.
Yeah,
this how this work. I done been.
Man, that boy, y'all got to give it to him, man. Y'all got to give it to Wack. The way he describes scenarios is so vivid to the point where it's like, damn, nigga, I'm probably going through that already. In that scenario, just the logistics of it is like, all right, I see where you're at. You're like, shit, nigga, this somebody I could have as my eyes. This somebody who's connected and respected. Shit, nigga, why not add that nigga to the team? You know what I'm saying? This is how he offer his value in, you know, dropping these scenarios to the point where if he think like that, like, you know, hypothetically, and if I'm cool with the dude, I can establish a great relationship. Now, I'm not saying that's what Ant Hefe going for, but, you know, I think the first time his debut on No Jumper was with Adam. You know what I'm saying? I mean, with Wack. So Wack, Wack see his potential. Wack know, like, shit, nigga, you know what I'm saying? He an up-and-coming nigga. I need to get as many up-and-coming niggas who gonna have a big name in this game on my side before they blow. You see what I'm saying? So that way, you know, it's a less of an impact, you know what I'm saying, with all these motherfuckers going against me. In order to be successful on the internet, you have to have people go against you, say your name, and become relevant. Those three right there will put you in the top, and you'll be all right in this internet space. So I see the angle, but I ain't watched too much of Wack content. I be listening to some of his shit, you know what I'm saying? Because Ant got some good game, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say it's enough room for everybody to win on here, man. And just for the record, bro, everybody is in their own fucking lane, man. I don't think a lot of y'all realize that shit, bro. Like, you know, we should start wanting everybody to win. The more of us that's coming from the streets winning on this motherfucker is less motherfuckers trying to kill each other in the streets. You see what I'm saying? More of us that's getting to this internet space, because, you know, a lot of us, man, you know, like I started, you know, I don't know when Ant Hefe started, but nigga, I started at the end of 97. That's how long I've been around gangbanging. 97. You know what I'm saying? I said the end of 97. The end of 96, my bad. 1997 is when it cracked off of me. And, you know, that's when my eyes got open and I seen a lot of shit that I wasn't supposed to see. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, nigga, you know, a lot of niggas been through these wars, man. You see what I'm saying? Niggas being on that corner selling yay. You see what I'm saying? Running from them Elroys, man. You know, taking penitentiary chances, man. And since this YouTube shit came, it opened up a lot of doors. He is probably one of the ones who get it. He see it. You know what I'm saying? You could use this shit as a tool. Because, nigga, this content is like selling dope in the streets, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's there. Nobody watch TV no more. Everybody is watching. Damn, I wonder what Nina Boy gonna say. What Compton Rick Rock gonna say? You know, the up and coming Slims, the Slims, the Munchie Bees, the Ants. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas that I started with years ago, they not even on the YouTube scene no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, nigga. When I was getting it cracking, when I was getting into it with Charleston White, little cockeyed ass. You see what I'm saying? You know, the Duke Pharaohs and MHB from St. Louis, that, you know what I'm saying, that little lady boy, you know what I'm saying, female ass nigga, you know what I'm saying, some of them dudes, right? You know, yeah, I ain't gonna say too many of them niggas never even reached the top, you know what I mean? But yeah, you know, the Milky Way, you know what I'm saying, them motherfuckers, like, you know what I'm saying, like, we was like getting it cracking before a lot of these dudes on the internet got it. And now it's just a new wave of niggas that just got some good content, you know what I'm saying? And it's enough. But, you know, when I watch this shit, man, I want to see niggas do their own thing. You know, not like it's nothing wrong with doing some ventures with certain content creators, but man, niggas, stick to your own shit, man. Because at the end of the day, man, these niggas their agenda is just different. I don't think we all gotta be, social, and we got to talk to each other to be, allies. You know what I'm saying? Or just be cool with niggas doing their thing. Everybody don't got to talk. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't got to talk. Niggas can watch from afar and wish the best for a nigga. That's some real player shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I see you, keep going. That type of shit. But see, you got niggas like Wack, a headhunter. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, he's scoping. All right, let me pick him. You know what I'm saying? And just building these walls with these niggas, like, yeah, nigga, I'm rocking with you. Hey, you never know, man. Down the line, there might be some money on the table. It'd be like 5, 6, 7 years you cool with this nigga. Nigga ain't brought a money play your way at all. Nigga scams you thinking, nigga, you be cool with me. I'm this nigga, man. I might be able to help you. That type of shit. Or a nigga, like I seen how he did. Look what he did to Loose Cannon. Say, oh, I gave him a platform. You know what I'm saying? And in return, that nigga was doing all your dirty work, beating niggas up for you and all that crazy ass shit. So you gotta be mindful, man. Everybody just that pose as a friend can really work as a spy. That's the moral of that conversation right there. Some nigga, hey, you could be cool with a nigga today, and he'll be an enemy tomorrow. Be careful who you trust. Let's go.
On yards, me and Youngster from 6 Deuce East Coast, ran from 8-9 East Coast. Our relationships come from Scooter from Neighborhood 40s. Our relationships come from them walking in the unit. Don moves is deep. They bang, they set. Niggas say they got us one. I'm like, nah, homie. Nah, he bet y'all gonna give him a one-on-one. Big Fish from 6-0 did it to me my first trip to the penitentiary as a pup. No mustache. Delano. I'm the only guy. He picked me up in Central Juvenile Hall on the Goose. I didn't even know who Fish was. Yeah. Everybody whoop saying where they from. Niggas like, we got us one. I jump up. Big Fish jumped up. Like, this nigga.
All right, y'all. Do y'all notice? Here go Wack. Here go Wack with his jail stories. Boy, yeah, man. This was 91. 91, Big Tuna, you know what I'm saying, was on the main line. Nigga trying to come out here and send some of that hooch. Yeah, that nigga want to tell that hooch, nigga. He's like, man, I said, let me wait it. I dropped this hooch, and Corn Dog told that nigga, man, that nigga drop, you gonna take that from that nigga? And Big Tuna told me, man, that nigga little young nigga, I ain't worried about that. 91, sir. Nobody that's in that room probably could resonate to the story you're talking about. Why? Man, come on, man. All this pen time, it don't count no more. Everybody got their jail stories, man. To me, man, I don't even want it. Man, look, that shit don't count, gang. A lot of this shit, man, like, especially when you tell these jail, man, I heard a nigga, man, a lot of these niggas call the generation of music that I grew up in, oldies. Oh, yeah, that old. Just like we thought nigga like Second to None and all them niggas, man, you know what I'm saying? WA niggas call that oldies rap and shit. Like, what? Damn, that shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? They old school nigga. Nigga, if you ain't, nigga, this generation, these niggas, they idols is NBA Youngboy, Lil Durk, XXX, Trippie Redd, and all that crazy ass. You know what I'm saying? Anything else besides these niggas, if you ain't in your 20s and you popping as a rapper, nigga, you old. You know what I'm saying? It's old school. Yeah, let's get to it, though.
Look like he old enough to be my son. He gonna claim, nigga, give my head up. Now, which one of y'all gonna get out with this small youngster and risk going to the yard saying you got knocked out by a teenager? He did that for me. Scooter, rest in peace, from Neighborhood 40s. My dumbass homie is in their neighborhood. A broad invited him to the party. He showed up with red house slippers, red belt. He ends up in the alley on his knees like this. They saw the tag. Scooter say, you from 2Ps? Yeah. You know Wack? Yeah. What's his real name? Cass Jones. All right, get up out of here. Tell Wack Scooter send his regards. Yeah, right? So where I come from, bro, like, my politics I'm always dealing with something here, there, and everywhere, because that's what's going to keep you alive or keep you up. Sure.
So that's why you have the badge. Now it makes sense.
No, but this badge right here is, I want to get a bet, man. I just want to get it because y'all can expose Wack. $5,000. We put the badge, I open it up live on No Jumper, and you might be the one to expose Wack.
So let me. So I kind of want to ask a question. It's kind of like off topic, right? Because I would ask this question because I'll be getting a lot of, which I don't really care, but I'm going to still ask it because I'll be getting a lot of backlash. People in my comments, people coming to my Instagram channel, they be searching far and wide to tell me that I'm compromised, one, because I'm on no jumper, you know what I'm saying, sitting across from Adam, and then they be trying to say I'm compromised because I'm sitting next to an informant. I'm sitting next to an informant. I'm sitting next to an informant. So, I mean, because I did an interview with an informant. They be trying to say you an informant.
But okay, well, listen.
And just told Porky that he's been catching heat because people are saying he's sitting next to an informant. And yes.
I can't swear at him, Ed. Probably not. This is...
All right, so real brief before we get back into this content. So that was last week at No Jumper, you know what I'm saying? I had ran into Wack. I wasn't expecting Wack to be there, but being that we was on the subjects of the police badge and just, you know, informants, snitches, and rats in general. I know for months, like I said, people have been coming searching far and wide to tell me, oh, and Hefe, I mess with you, but I'm telling you, you got to watch it. You messing with a CI. You messing with a snitch. People been coming to tell me, oh, and Hefe, I can't mess with you no more. I'm subscribing from you, man. You compromised. Oh, and Hefe, I can't believe you sat down with Wack. So not even just for the consumer's consumption, let's address this, because when I first covered this CS2 back situation, it was off, I think, Active Chuck's YouTube channel. I had covered it, and you know, from there, Wack came out, said the little bozo thing. You know, I said what I said. That led to a phone conversation between me and him. That led to him telling me I could cut a no jumper and question him and ask him about anything on camera that I got.
Boom. That's it right there. That's crazy. Look, bro, I told y'all, man, I know Wack, man. I know his MO, gang. What I tell you? You feel me? He must have seen, and that's crazy work. Nigga, I said, nigga, look, he must have seen Aunt Hefe work, his content, see them numbers booming up there, and he realized, shit, nigga, let me turn this potential enemy into a friend. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga, that's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, so I get it. So you got to look at Aunt Hefe position. Shit, all right, nigga, I said what I said, nigga. So if you want me to come to the masses, to the major, to ask you any questions, I know he know that Wack is not just asking him because he see his talent. You know what I'm saying? No, nigga, he called him up there to win that nigga over and give him a platform like shit. Nigga, you know, I know he gonna give a soft landing. You know what I'm saying? Well, whatever he say, he's gonna land his questions. It's gonna be a soft landing. You know what I'm saying? Because he invited you up there, you know what I'm saying, put you in the masses, and he figured, shit, if they see me and you together, and if I could work around you, infiltrate you, and make you look, you know, good on one end, but also befriend you on another, shit, nigga, you no longer a threat to me. You see what I'm saying? I see that. Now, you know, just looking at it, I don't think Ant one of them dudes who just off the rip just come in for the gusto. You know what I'm saying? He gonna land his questions or his opinion smooth. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what a gentleman will do. A gentleman don't jump out his body and get reckless with his mouth, gang. You know what I'm saying? It's some real gangsters out here with some gentlemen of leisure. You know what I'm saying? You can be suave and cool at the same time and get your opinion across. So I get that, but look what just happened. Look what he just said. He said, nigga, Wack hit him up. You see what I'm saying? That's a play within a play. You see what I'm saying? Let me win this nigga over. You see what I'm saying? This nigga he's gonna be one of the next niggas that's probably get his number called at this shit. And what better way or better play to bring this nigga up to the masters, be like, oh, I gave this nigga his first major platform. And he would technically be correct if it's coming from the podcast space. He will use that shit against Aunt Hefe. If they ever fall out, he's gonna make sure you acknowledge that he brought you to No Jumper for that specific reason, which don't mean nothing to a nigga that's at the bottom. A nigga trying to come up any way he can. So all right, well, yeah, I can see that for the record. You know what I'm saying? I gave that nigga his first major platform. You know, I'm talking about on that level. I'm pretty sure Hefe probably did some Cam Capone is a big one. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely big for sure. Low key, shout out to Cam Capone. But you know what I'm saying? The one that have the most controversial, you know, podcast, it would be him. You know what I'm saying? Then it would be Vlad. You know what I'm saying? And then it'd trickle down to everybody else. But yeah, you see what I'm saying? I don't think Wack did that shit just for no talent, nigga. He was trying to, you know, infiltrate Hefe. You know what I'm saying? And look, sure enough. So far, you know, I ain't seen Hefe say no sucker shit. I ain't see him kiss no ass. I ain't see him take no sides. So far, you know, Wack plan didn't work out. Let's go.
A problem with him doing. And that's what in fact happened. So, like I said, since then, a lot of people are coming out, oh man, I'm telling you, bro, you can't let him lie to you. ECS back to this and that. People who are not law enforcement, people who are civilians, people who hate Wack, people who beef for Wack, but searching far, low, and high to get this put me. Some of my people. And like I keep telling everybody, this could in fact be true. Again, I can read it and still do not know this to be true because I wasn't compromised. I was not there. I am not the police. I was not nobody on this case. Now, what I will point out and say is that Scandalous Los Angeles is correct when he said that Wack lied and said that the little Main Street thing about this time not CS2 back. His reasoning behind him not being CS2 back because of the Main Streets are not getting hurt. It didn't say that in the paperwork. It didn't say that. So you got that. You got that. You got that.
Imagine being able to build anything for any reason, in any style.
And that's all we're saying. This
salute to Hefe. Salute to Cub. Y'all seen that? Yeah, did y'all hear that? He just confirmed and exposed Wack 100. You feel me? He just confirmed. That's crazy. I just came up with a title. I didn't even see this content. That's crazy. Look, he just admit, yeah, Wack lied. Wack lied about that shit this whole time. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people was like, oh, yeah, right. Because, you know, Wack could say, right? Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. Niggas just agree with Cuz. Now, that take a certain type of ninja. You know what I'm saying? Your character speaks a lot when you're able to double back and correct your wrong. That's hard. I fuck with that. Let's go.
This guy's been lying the whole time. It's not like me and you had some kind of bet. Like, hey, Wack's lying. Let's wager on it. Nah, nothing like that. I'm just showing the facts. Porky is sitting up there lying. So this isn't anything for you to take personal. It's just the truth. These are the facts of the matter. And honestly, the fact that you got up there and told the truth once you looked at the paperwork, that shows you got a backbone. Way more than that other dude, Lieutenant Officer Loves Boys.
Still again, what I'm not understanding, let's get back into the content.
To how Porky responds to that. Because instead of clearing the air and shutting it down with facts, Porky, in classical fashion, completely deflects the topic to Rick Ross. This is classic pork loinin' right here.
But okay, well listen, I called Rick Ross. I told Rick Ross, Freeway Ricky, use an informant. Right?
Sure. Yeah.
He told me to go get the paperwork.
For sure.
I went and got to work. I sent him to work. I got to work. I put the work up. This is it.
So you wasn't cool with Rick the last
Yeah,
time?
we was.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what's crazy. We was doing something on Big Meech on my StreamYard, I think. So after we was running it, this was crazy. Loose Cannon says, Freeway Rick a snitch too. I say, man, that nigga told on the police. I don't care about that. If you Google right now, Freeway Rick snitch on police, it'll pop up. Wack 100 defends Freeway Rick on this, right? He said, no, Ohio, New York, the plug was in Miami. He sends it. So when he sent it, I read it. It's on my YouTube channel right now, right? Yeah. So that's why it was funny the other day.
When Vlad called.
No, this is funny the other day when Loose Cannon calls Freeway Rick Man, I heard what he trying to do to you. You the that sent the work. We never even knew about it. So now I had to get with the exposers, tell them go search Ohio, pull the work, and send it. And they sent it. I sent it to bro, because I seen bro run his clip. Bro was taking the stand that I took. But like, the police, we don't care about that. Yeah. I didn't care about that, right? I don't care about dead bodies. I die and you go to jail. And you can use me to get out of jail, put it on me. I'm gone. Something to say, oh, you told, that's telling. Told on the dead body. No, go on home. I'm gone. They can't charge me, right? So I sent it to him. This ain't the police you telling on. These is drug connects in New York and Ohio and Miami, shit like that. I told him I fuck with Freeway. I said, bro, I didn't dig into it because I didn't really want to. Every now and then I do some bitch-ass nigga shit. Every now and then I do some bitch-ass nigga shit. Every now and then I do some bitch-ass nigga shit. I select the politics. I select the politics. And if you ask me, I'm going to tell y'all that.
It looks like Porky just threw Loves Boys under the bus. Again. Now remember, Loves Boys has been swearing up and down that they don't selective politic.
And all this selective politic niggas is doing, that causes division. Division causes weaknesses. Everybody doing their own thing because niggas selective politic, bro. Niggas are saying this is cool, saying this ain't cool. That causes division. I'm not bending my rules, nigga. I'm gonna stand on my business.
Wow, that's nasty work. You not bending your rules, gang. Chat, I want y'all to go spam that nigga 600 shit. Go spam that nigga. Go spam him. Let's see what's his response. And tell him, react to Wack 100 saying every now and then he do some bitch ass nigga shit. Selective politic. Ain't nobody perfect, gang. See what I'm saying? These niggas be trying to hold themselves as perfect and making rules and breaking rules at the same time, bro. Come on, nigga. Selective politicking is the worst type of person. That's the person that throw their rock and hide their hand. You see what I'm saying? You selective politicking, exposing snitches, but then you talk to snitches. You do business with snitches. You see what I'm saying? That's a rat lover type of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Let's see what 600 say about this. Let's go.
That's been their whole stance from the jump. We expose everybody. But now Porky just admitted that he does selective politic. He chooses who to expose and who to protect. So while they're out here calling themselves exposers, Porky just revealed that if he likes you, your paperwork doesn't see the light of day. This is exactly why I've been saying. His job is to tear down specific people. People who are building something, who have momentum, who might actually be doing something positive. That's who he targets. And now he said it himself. He's selective. He picks and chooses. And in doing that, he just threw Loves Boy's whole narrative in the trash right under the bus. Don't forget, this was Porky's response to Ant, telling him that people are saying he's sitting next to an informant, referring to Porky himself. Porky has not addressed that at all. Shifted the conversation.
You know, if I fuck with you, I'll fuck with you. You know,
I do some bitch ass nigga.
You know, this is some real shit.
So who the fuck put this? So my question is.
So Porky tried to duck the question, but Ant wasn't letting him slide. He didn't let Porky weasel his way out. Porky was clearly trying to run, trying to change the subject, deflect, do what he always does. But Ant brought him right back to the beginning.
Who put this, like, the shit they keep attacking me about?
You are, it's the main streets. It's the main streets. It's the main streets.
So now Porky's basically letting it be known. He knew exactly what Ant was talking about the whole time. This is CS2Back's kryptonite right here. He never wants to touch this topic. He hates it. But this moment right here proves he knew what the question was about. The whole time. And instead of answering it, what did he do? Deflects to Rick Ross.
The CS2Back shit.
Now listen, if you read the have you read the work? Have you read the work? Have you read the work? The work said, whoever this dude is, he's a low-level drug dealer, and he's in fear that his family members in the main streets will
With Monday.com's intuitive work management platform, you have the power. Not IT, not ad.
Pre-cut fruit and tasty juice. Dole Fruit Bowl snacks. Fruit your way.
We hurt. Okay, for the record.
Porky's been speaking for about 30 seconds. And in that 30 seconds, he's lied twice about both of the things he just said. The paperwork said. Lie number 1. He said the paperwork claims CS2 Back was a low-level drug dealer. False. Lie number 2. He said the paperwork claims CS2 Back was afraid for his family's life in the main streets. Let's not forget, and I didn't even include this in the video, but CS2 Back once said we added back to the paperwork. I didn't even bring that part up. Just think about that for a second. Look at how many lies this guy has told surrounding CS2 Back. It's been one spin after another.
All right, what I want to say about this picking and choosing thing, what I've been coming to see with this picking and choosing narrative is that at some point in time in life, you're going to have to cross some type of barrier that you placed in front of yourself, either a hurdle with. Now, picking and choosing, when it comes to that, and this gangbanging space, you're supposed to keep it black, white, no gray area. Black, white, no gray area. If you know, you know. I'm going to just say that. Now, what I'm not about to allow for me, and I'm pretty sure for any other member, can't no civilian judge me accordingly in no way. Unless you sitting on that panel in that courtroom as a judge, a DA, the jury. That's it. As far as a podcast, podcasters, anything like that, these dudes say anything they want to say out their mouth. I heard a lot of these dudes talking to whack in the past. I heard a lot of these dudes was whack friend in the past. Somehow, some way, somewhere down the line, these dudes fall out and dudes got an excuse. Oh, well, that's before I know this. Oh, I was only dealing with him before this. Now, like I said, Wack definitely did put the spin on me. I can't even say put the spin on me, but he lied or didn't remember.
And let's be real. Porky did put the spin on you. Don't take it personal, though. He does that to everybody. He even did it to Reggie Wright. For years now, he's been running around lying about this CS2 Back situation, saying CS2 Back was just a low-level drug dealer. So, you're not the only one he's told that to. And no, it's not that he forgot or didn't remember. He lied, plain and simple. Just like he knows he's CS2 Back, he knows exactly what he's doing. What he didn't want was you asking him about it. But now that you said he lied, guess what? He's never going to let you ask him about CS2 Back again.
And him saying that CS2 Back, his reasoning giving CS2 Back, the main street little narrative. The Scandalous Los Angeles page, they breaking it down right here as far as what the paperwork say. Now, what I want to say, like I've been saying, let's go with the narrative he is CS2 Back. The only way that people are saying and know that this man is allegedly CS2 Back is because Mark Stevenson, supposedly. That's where y'all say it came from. Now, I guess Mark Stevenson was a part of the case. Mark Stevenson, if he was a part of the case and he feel righteously that he know that this is Wack 100 and he dealt with Wack 100, that's Mark Stevenson business. Y'all don't see Mark Stevenson's trying to unalive Wack or do nothing. He just put it out there to the public that he think and he's saying it's Wack for other people to do his dirty work.
Mark Stevens said he had that paperwork all the way back in 2012 or 2013, if I'm not mistaken. But he didn't put it out for more than 10 years. He said he heard the stuff Porky was saying about Shaq and the stuff he was saying about Big U. So he sent the paperwork to Big U, just to let him know who was really sitting next to him. It wasn't about asking anyone to do any dirty work. It was about giving people the facts. And the irony? Porky and the exposers are always putting other people's paperwork out. But when it's their turn to handle their candle, they say, "That's not our job. We're just here to inform the people." Well, guess what? That's exactly what Mark Stevens did. He informed the people.
Nicole's elegance begins with organization.
Mark Stevenson is a civilian, if I'm speaking correctly. So what I'm saying is, it is whack word against Mark Stevenson word. The only people will know is the people like Stutterbox, the Mark Stevensons.
You're absolutely right, Ant. The people who would actually know who was on that case? That's Mark Stevens and Stutterbox. And guess what? We asked both of them. We got a whole in-depth interview from Mark Stevens, and he flat out told us who CS2back is. Then he told us, "Go ask Stutterbox." So we did. And Stutterbox said the same thing. He said he's CS2back. He even called him J. Edgar Hoover in trans. So what are we still debating? You named the two people who would know. And both of them confirmed the same thing. But here's where it gets even weirder. The new CS2back we're dealing with now just popped up with 2 badges. He showed one badge one day, then turned around the next day and showed a different badge to try to cover up the first one. No one's out here trying to unalive Porky. Nobody is calling for that. This ain't about violence. It's about truth. The reality is, you got a guy running around calling himself an exposer, showing off police paperwork he clearly got through law enforcement connections, trying to tear people down, calling them snitches, labeling them rats. But we're just pointing out the obvious. The guy doing all that is the police himself, and that he has handlers that instruct him on the way he is to conduct himself around his people. This isn't about digging into every person's paperwork. This is about calling out someone who built their whole brand on exposing others, while hiding the fact that he's the real informant.
Rest in peace, Dale Dog, and whoever else was on the case that had to deal with that sector and that part of the case. Now, something I did heard and what I would like to see, if you could show Scandalous Los Angeles, is that you said that in the paperwork, it said that the CS2 stayed across the street from Stutterbox. Now, something I did heard and what I would like to see, if you could show Scandalous Los Angeles, is that you said that in the paperwork, it said that the CS2 stayed across the street from Stutterbox.
Did I say that? That's funny, because I really don't remember saying that. The good thing is, we're watching the video, so he's going to react to the rest of it. If it does turn out that I said that, then I'll take those words back, no problem. But I honestly don't remember the paperwork saying he lived across the street from Stutterbox, and I don't remember ever saying that it did. So we'll just have to see what it says. Let's watch it play out.
Now that is crazy for them to even say that, because you basically give it's not confidential no more. If you say they saying that a CS stay across the street from Stutterbox, it's not confidential no more. You basically gave a source up, because who's to know how many people on this case or how many people that's going to see this know the CS2 or know that a person stay across the street from Stutterbox, which Wack have said numerous of times that he stayed across the street from Stutterbox. I didn't see that in the paperwork. I didn't even read all the paperwork. What I did read is along the lines that Scandalous Los Angeles is putting out here. But we about to get into the last bit of this clip, and you already know it's the halfway, the half effect. We're going to commentate.
The word about CS2back being any kind of drug dealer whatsoever. That's a complete lie. The paperwork also never says a word about CS2back's family living in the main streets. I wasn't gonna do it, but let's read it together. I want to make sure you guys see how much of a liar Porky is. After we read this, ask yourself, why is Porky lying about what the paperwork says about CS2back? CS2 has provided reliable historical information concerning the MSMC organization. However, CS2 is only aware of certain aspects regarding the organization's criminal activities and narcotic distribution network. CS2 has no knowledge or information regarding the methods in which narcotics are being transported to the Los Angeles area and distributed to MSMC gang members. Additionally, CS2 is unable to provide information regarding the narcotic customers, flow of narcotics, proceeds, and methods that they are using to laundering their narcotic proceeds. CS2 is only able to identify a limited number of MSMC gang members. CS2 is unable to provide specific information regarding the organization's extortion activities, methods of monetary collections, and distribution of proceeds. CS2 is also unable to provide any information regarding the MSMC association with other leader of the other large gang organizations. CS2 is able to provide limited information regarding violent assaults committed by the MSMC, including shootings, burglaries, and murders. CS2 is unwilling to testify in court against members of MSMC because CS2 is fearful of retaliation against CS2 and/or CS2's family. CS2 believes that if any member of the MSMC criminal organization becomes aware of CS2's cooperation with law enforcement, the organization will likely orchestrate the execution of CS2. So again, ask yourselves, why is Porky lying about CS2's role in all this? You just saw the paperwork. It never said a word about CS2 selling drugs. So why does Porky keep pushing that false narrative? The document clearly says nothing about CS2's family being in the main streets either. It says CS2 doesn't want to testify because he believes the main streets will organize his execution if they find out he's cooperating. That's his fear. And don't forget, CS2 back lives directly across the street from Stutterbox, who is a known Main Street Mafia Crip. And don't forget, CS2 back lives directly across the street from Stutterbox, who is a known Main Street Mafia Crip.
If I know what I knew now, I would have jumped over their car, cuz, ran across the lawn, kicked in whack door, and killed cuz on Main Street.
So there you go, Ant. I didn't say that. I knew I didn't say that. What I said was, don't forget that Porky lives directly across the street from Stutterbox. I didn't say it was in the paperwork. However, the paperwork clearly states that CS2 back was worried that if any member of the Main Street Mafia found out he was working with the police, they would orchestrate his execution. All I did was point out that there was a guy from Main Street living directly across the street from Porky. And now you just heard what Stutterbox said himself. He said if he knew what he knew now, he would have kicked in the door and killed him. That lines up exactly with what the paperwork said. Porky was afraid that if Box found out, it could have gone just like that. Because again, the paperwork says, if any member of the main streets. So no, I didn't say the paperwork said somebody lived across the street. I made an observation based on facts. So again, let's be clear. I never claimed the detail came from the paperwork. So while CS2 back keeps lying, understand he's doing it for a reason. He's doing it because he knows this is about him. Now that you've seen what the paperwork really says, the next time he shows up trying to spin it, don't let him slide. You've seen the truth with your own eyes.
I've stepped foot in a lot of hoods. I have never been on the ground with my feet in the main streets. I've driven through, right? But I've never been, I know a bunch of them.
That is what a cop would say.
When I go to the east side, I already flashed the back. I came in and put everybody on the wall. You're too late. Now, we taking a $5,000 bet.
Porky keeps running his mouth about that $5,000 bet. Next time you see him, flip it on him. Tell him this. I've got a $100,000 bet that you can't show anywhere in that paperwork where it says CS2 back was a low-level drug dealer, or any kind of drug dealer, period. Let's see if he takes that bet. Spoiler, he won't.
And to Scandalous Los Angeles, let me explain this to you. I don't have a question whatsoever. I don't have a problem whatsoever asking him that question, asking him why did he tell me the Main Street narrative and the drug narrative and the paperwork say something else, being that I had ever read the paper. I don't have a problem with that. Again, it still stands as I've been saying, and as I still stand, solid as ever. Ain't told on nobody, ain't a CS to nobody case, ain't a CI on nobody case. Don't frequent with no known snitches. Don't frequent with known CS or CIs. Now,
all right, so I understand what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Listen, there's a lot of information out here. I think Jefe strike me as, you know, he's not just going off of what somebody say or some piece of content that somebody is telling or somebody's an informant, right? I'm assuming that he got to see it for himself. So far, he's not going to fuck up no business plays or business moves on some shit that ain't current. You know what I mean? That ain't factual. You know what I'm saying? And that's his stance on that. Everybody got to accept that. You know what I'm saying? And if he don't get it or he don't see it, that's that man's prerogative. You niggas can't get mad at this nigga because he not going to jump the gun because y'all telling him something. He don't know y'all. He ain't never laid eyes on some of y'all. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all are just supporters, and I get it. You know, he might just be a late bloomer. Still to this day, bro. You know, it's content out there of Wack getting caught up in some lies, that paperwork. It's some shit out here on Wack. But all paperwork ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have your I's dot and your T's crossed. You know what I'm saying? I seen, you know, the paperwork. It looks like what it looks like, right? People could judge him or hold him accountable to it. Now, some people gonna be like, man, I got to see something more than that, man, because they could go both ways. You could wing that either way. And basically, it's about whoever that person that's on that paperwork and his narrative and how he push it out. If he don't have a counterpart that can sit back and, nah, nigga, you know you did that. Most niggas ain't gonna do that. You see what I'm saying? Most niggas ain't gonna do that. So, you know, we going off of his version and what we see, and people got to formulate their own opinions. And it just seemed like nigga Jefe ain't budging just based off of what y'all say. He said he ain't even read all the paperwork like that. So get that man some time, back up off that man, let that man figure it out for himself. He's a grown fucking man. I think he can distinguish right and wrong. So I think, you know, once again, man, you know, I got to keep it real. I got to keep it Fendi. Let that man see for himself, man. You see what I'm saying? Let him formulate his own opinion and leave it like that. Let's go.
Just because you played this in front of me and say, oh, you seen this with your own eyes and now you know the truth.
And just to be clear, I didn't make that statement trying to back you into a corner or put you in some kind of pickle. On my mama, that was never the intent. I said that because there's a lot of people out here who have been forced to listen to this dude lie. Because like I told you, you're not the only one he spins. He does this to everybody. So I was speaking to them too. Like, here y'all go. These are the facts. You've heard the lies he's been telling for years. Now you can see for yourself. The paperwork does not say what he's been claiming. So when you're around him, at least you'll have the truth in your back pocket. I'm not even saying you have to ask him. I'm just saying now you'll know he's lying, and that we're not. That's all it was.
It's still a narrative for me because I'm not a part of the case. I'm not Mark Stevenson's. I'm not the one that did the compromising, and I'm not the police. This is something that was placed out there. That's just like if I come out here today and I read, hey, yeah, man, on such and such date, man, CS Woochie Woo said he pulled up at the laundromat and he did a control buy with Jefe. You know what I'm saying? He bought 2 ounces. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Then double back an hour later and this and that. Then he furthermore is giving information on this. I know in my mind who the hell this is. I'm the person that dealt with this person. I can tell you this person is a CI. But I still have to handle that business because I know that he's a CI, not you. Now, as far as you gangbangers, or you gangbang analytic, or you gangbang people that like to analyze the gang members and stuff like that, the tough civilians. Oh yeah, you picking and choosing type people. Let me tell you something. In gangbanging, it's supposed to be this unwritten rule. These rules are unwritten, laws are old murder, exterminate snitches. Every hood around the world that has a gang, has a snitch, has an informant, and somebody know about it, and somebody calling themselves solid didn't do anything about it. Let's just keep it real.
Listen, Ant, I agree with you. I don't disagree with what you're saying, but let's be clear. This has nothing to do with anybody trying to harm or exterminate Porky. Nobody is saying to go kill Porky. I don't even know how that narrative got started. Porky is the one running around telling lies. All we're doing is telling the truth. We're combating lies with facts. Nothing more, nothing less. There has never been a call to do anything violent or reckless toward that man. We're just showing the people he's a liar.
Now, here's what I'm here to tell you. With all this being said, y'all keep trying to make it seem like I try to take up for Wack. I never came on record and said that Wack wasn't a snitch. I never came on record that said Wack wasn't a CI. I never came on record and said Wack was not a CS.
So it'd be a situation like the situation with Wack. I know Wack can tell on the main street. I know Wack can tell on the main street. I know Wack can tell on the main street.
I'm not here to nitpick you, Ant, but I gotta keep it real. You did say that. And that's the only reason I even did the video in the first place. Because it came across like...
All right, so now I'm sitting back, and not only is Scandalous Los Angeles, he calling Ant on all the shit. You know what I'm saying? He got you, Ant. You backpedaling on some things that you said, and now you're saying you didn't say it. But hey, that just goes with, prematurely jumping out, overly opinionated and shit, nigga. The data is gonna always see this. It's a digital footprint with this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think we all do this. You see what I'm saying? Say one thing and don't remember we said it, but formulate a different opinion at a different time, and then it's like, nah, nigga, keep that same energy you said, nigga. You said that last time. I mean, you said this last time. Now you switching it up. It happens. It's common. Hefe, he got you, bro. He got you, nigga. He got you. I've seen about twice. You know what I'm saying? He caught you backpedaling. And that's just something you just got to charge to the game. You know what I'm saying? I think we all done with what he's pulling out on you. You know what I'm saying? Nigga just got to own it. Let's go.
Like you were saying, we were lying. Like I said earlier, your words hold weight. You're not Lieutenant Officer Love's boys. When he talks, nobody cares. Everybody sees he's a clown, a liar, and just out here blowing Porky's rod. But when you say something, people pay attention. That's why I had to respond. Think about it. Why do you think Porky went on Reggie's panel and went so crazy on you when you reacted to Deuce's live stream? Again, this isn't about beef or drama. I'm just responding because of the influence your voice has. That's it.
I said I don't know. And being that I don't know, and there's not nothing in fine black and white with his name, I cannot be held accountable on any yard for any actions with this dude. First, you guys paint the narrative, oh, I'm an exposer. Oh, he recruited you, next you exposer. Why I'm not exposing yet?
Let me be clear. I never ever said you were one of the exposers, Ant. I never said that. That's not something I've ever claimed. And I want to make sure that's understood.
Why I'm not on the exposers channels? What's the other channel Wack got that everybody be going to? It's like another like big media outlet. How come I'm not on none of these media outlets? My meeting and sit down was with Wack was to ask him questions about my elder, Monster Cody, and some of the controversy things he be saying.
And I'm glad you brought that up. Because that's exactly the type of stuff I'm talking about. The nerve of him to speak on Monster Cody like that.
Growing up on the East Coast, when we was in juvie and all that, we read books about this side. You know, outside of colors, the book that we had in jail was Monster Cody book. Yeah. It was a great book, a lot of lies, but great book. It was exaggerated. Wait, hold on, nigga. What do you mean? Exaggerated how? There was a lot of it exaggerated. How? Monster Cody was a dope fiend. Crack.
That right there tells you everything. Just like he tore down Tupac. Not because of any real issue, but because of the people above him. The ones pulling the strings. Now they got him trying to tear down Monster Cody, too. Let's not forget, Monster Cody wrote a book from a prison cell. That book influenced OG Mac in New York and helped spark the biggest blood gang on the East Coast. He did that with a book, not a movie, just his story. Meanwhile, the only thing CS2 Back has to say about Monster is that he was a crackhead. Of course, Porky waited until Cody passed away to make this kind of comment, when all of us know that Porky would have never said that to Monster's face. But this is exactly what we mean when we say something much deeper is happening. And it's happening right in front of you, Ant. Let's keep it real. You're at No Jumper, and the head of No Jumper just got caught on the internet talking to Lucy, trying to bait him into incriminating himself on active charges.
Let me just hit you with a narrative, is that a lot of people think that, in particular Trap Lord Ross, they think that you saying that you were falling out with Wack over the fact that he reported on the cops raiding your house when you allegedly got swatted or whatever, they think that that was all a cover because you actually were mad at Wack for basically getting Big U caught up because you knew that you were going to get caught up as a result of some of the shit that Wack, that Big U and you did together.
No, me and Big Useless didn't do anything. Me and Big Unisex never did not one thing together. So
you robbed the weed shop, or you extorted him, right? You robbed the weed shop, or you extorted him, right? You robbed the weed shop, or you extorted him, right?
No, never robbed no weed shop, Adam. You know that.
That just happened. Let's also not forget, there was an Armenian dude pretending to be Mexican on No Jumper, who, it turned out, was an informant. The same guy who brought Love's Boys to No Jumper for the first time, who called someone named Droopy on air and said, "This is who Snoopy Badass told on."
Look, listen, I'm here as a professional doing what I do, interviewing. I know the truth. I just got to ask these questions so the world can understand from another real person, nigga.
But so wait, what do you know?
Yeah.
You know the person he was talking about? The one that supposedly, the shooter, the actual murderer?
Right.
That he did a favor for him, this and that, you know, like, he was a real one. He went to testify to do a favor for the shooter and all that.
Right.
He's in a cell right now, so I don't know if he'll pick up or not.
3 o'clock count over with. He should be back.
It's 4:18. It's 4:18.
Yeah. How do you know? How do you know this dude? Hold it right up to the mic.
It's 4 o'clock then.
Yeah. I don't know if he has a phone up. Droopy.
What's up, dog?
My dog, can you speak for a second?
Hey, give me 1 second, bro. 1 second, hold on.
Yeah, they left the work.
Right here. There it is.
So who is Droopy while we waiting?
The homie from West Side Rivas. He's the actual shooter, alleged.
The one that Snoopy Badass told on?
What's wrong, my boy? You straight?
Yeah, good. See, I was crossing on me.
Oh, my bad. I don't mean to get you caught up with that phone, but real quick. Hey, I'm on a podcast, my boy, called No Jumper. We're right here with Brick Baby and Adam 22. Real quick, bro. You remember I was telling you about old boy Snoopy doing that show? Has he ever done a favor for you, my boy, as far as testifying in this shit?
Bro,
you on speaker, my dog?
I don't know that motherfucker at all. No one's done no favors for me. If getting me a life sentence is a favor, homie, then I don't know what to tell you.
Because he was out here saying you told him to say certain shit in the testimony, dog.
So why would I get a life sentence if he said some certain shit, bro?
Dead on me, bro.
So you never ran into him.
Judge, on top of that, the night I get busted, homie, you tell the cops what type of strap I even had, the color of it and everything, homie.
How could you remember?
You know that? How is that helping me in court, bro?
And he said he never looked at you. He just walked, he ran, he never looked back. He never seen.
Looking at me, homie.
He said that he never looked at you ever, never seen you, none of that shit. He said that he just ran straight.
He saw the strap. He saw clearly exactly who I was. Then he started running, bro.
So he had been got down on you. So when he came and testified on you on the stand.
Now, you don't have to like Snoopy Badass, but that's a setup, plain and simple. These are the kind of operations being ran at No Jumper. So again, this isn't just about being a hater of Porky. It's about the system behind him, the people paying him, protecting him, and using him to twist narratives and trap our people.
Yeah, I've been hearing the rat, the snitch narratives, and all that, but I have not seen no black and white. So therefore, you cannot exterminate me and tell me, oh, you lie with a rat, you die with a rat, or you compromise, you sitting with a rat. No, it's nothing on black and white. Y'all got black and white with the CS situation, but still that CS situation is just a confidential source. It does not say Cash Jones. Again, so he's saying it's not him. Somebody else is saying it is him. And everybody else that's hating and everybody else that's dislike him or got a problem with him are running with that narrative because of the dislike or the enemy state of mind. So let's just keep that real.
He got his own opinion about that. You can't knock that. Now, it's people came forward saying some stuff about Wack. You know, yeah, have a lot of people. That paperwork, I suggest everybody go look at it, go check it out. Formulate your own opinion as well. All right, so I seen it. It's crazy because I literally didn't watch this content, and I just put up. I seen Scandalous Los Angeles title, and I just revised that title and just came up with my own shit. And sure enough, yeah, he called it out. He's like, yeah, you got that. Nigga caught Wack lying. You know what I'm saying? That's the only part I could address on here. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Make sure y'all sub up, like, comment, subscribe if you rocking with me. And I'll see you on the next video. Let's go.
If I call you